Hi guys, welcome back to Earth to Wiz. I am super excited because I have a very special guest. She has two YouTube channels, one with over 40,000 subscribers. She is also one of the founders of Omega City, which is a mega city on Earth 2. She also won 2 of the Easter eggs in the first ever Easter egg hunt on Earth 2. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she is the only female Earth 2 YouTuber. Welcome, Violet.
Thank you.
I am so excited.
I'm excited too. I've never done anything like this, so I'm nervous.
No, don't be. So for people who have never heard of you, where can they find you? What's the best place to check you out?
You can find me on YouTube. So I have Violet Adaze, which is my main YouTube channel right now. And then I have Violet Adaze 2.0, which is the YouTube channel I usually put my Earth 2 videos on, along with other content, but also Earth 2 content. And then I also have Instagram. I have Instagram, and yeah. So those are the best places. And it's the same name, Violet Adaze, at Violet Adaze. So
perfect. I will link that below in the description box of this video so people can go check you out, see what you're all about. So before we get into the mega city, before we get into Easter eggs, before we get into all of that, I kind of wanted to rewind, go back to the beginning. When did you find out about Earth 2? When did you join?
I joined in mid-December, I would say. Mid-December, I got introduced to it by actually Predict introduced me to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at first I was kind of like, okay, like I didn't know much about it. So I was like, what is that? I don't get it. I never saw any of the ads like everybody else did. I just heard from it so I wasn't sure what it was. But then she showed me more about it, and she showed me what she was buying and everything. So I was like, you know what? I'll just put like a bit of money inside. So I put a bit of money, and it really grew. And I was like, okay, this could be a thing. And then it just went from there.
Yeah, wow, because you joined in December. I mean, that was before the January rush of people who came in. I came in January, and I feel like I started way too late. Like November, December, that was the time to really jump in.
I still think January was really good. Like even hopefully if it goes where we think it's gonna go, even right now, even if someone was starting right now, it's a great time because it's still the very beginning. A lot of people still don't know about it. When I told all my friends about it, they never heard of it. So a lot of people still don't know what it is. So I still think if it goes where I think it can go, it's a great time even right now to start.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we will get more into that, you know, as far as your predictions in a moment. So out of curiosity, and I think I already kind of know this answer. I think everybody joined Earth 2 for different reasons. I think people joined it because of the community. Some people joined it because it's an investment opportunity. What was your main reason of like joining?
My main reason at first was like, oh, it could be a cool investment opportunity, because when COVID-19 first happened, like a lot of people, that's when I really got into investments, and I started investing in stocks and ETFs and all these things. So I was really like investment driven. So when she showed me it, I was like, okay, this could be something. And the way I look at investments in general, especially investments that aren't solidified yet, Earth 2 is still beginning and still like in its early phases, is put in what you're willing to lose. So I only put in so I only put in what I was willing to lose. And obviously as an early adopter, you're taking the most risk, so you also have the most reward if it goes well, right? So I was like, you know what, I'll put in enough that if I was to lose it, I wouldn't mind. But if I was to gain from it, it'll be great because I put in a decent amount, you know?
A lot of people ask me all the time, like, how much should I invest? How much should I invest into Earth 2? And, you know, I tell them, put in as much as you're willing to lose, because you never know. Like, you know, some startup companies become really successful and some of them just crumble and fall. And as far as it is with Earth 2 right now, we don't know. We don't know where it's going to go. We all hope and pray that we all become trillionaires from this. Not just millionaires, trillionaires. But you know, put in as much as you're willing to, you know, potentially, God forbid, knock on wood, you know, lose money. But you know, that's, I think, the smart way to go about it.
Yeah, it's just safety precautions. Like you always have to invest smart, right? You don't want to put all your money, all your savings into it. So yeah, I think definitely put where you're willing to lose.
Definitely. So for people who are new to Earth 2 and have never heard of Earth 2, how would you explain it to them?
Earth 2 is first and foremost a game. It's a game that is striving to be like Ready Player One kind of game, like a virtual reality game.
Yeah.
Um, and it is a place where you can buy, well, right now it's still in kind of currently in phase one, where you can buy your land so
Yeah.
that later on in the later phases you can build on top of it. And it could potentially be a big thing. So it's great to invest in because if it comes as big as it could get, your
Mhm.
land can become extremely valuable in the future, which also makes it a great investment, potential great investment.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how I explain it. I'll explain it as a game and also an investment. It's kind of two and
Yeah.
two. So going back to what you were saying, what you were asking me before about what was why I got into Earth 2, like my intentions of getting into Earth 2. So
Yeah.
apart from it being a great investment, I'm actually very excited to see if it goes as far as I think it's gonna go, to see what becomes of it in terms of the game.
Mhm.
I am a low-key gamer. I'm not really a high gamer. I don't really play like all the new games. The games I play are like old games like Jack 2, God of War, Uncharted.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested to see what comes of it because even recently, I tried out what's it called?
The VR headset?
Yeah, like a good VR headset, and it was so cool, and it got me even more hyped up for Earth 2 because like I didn't realize how cool VR was.
Yeah.
So even that got me really hyped for what Earth 2 can become, and I want to see what the in-game play is like and build
Yeah.
things and build messed up stuff. I just
Yeah.
want to build some weird stuff and like just see what other people build and interact. So that is really like interesting for me as well.
Yeah, I think, I mean, ultimately, I think their goal is to literally feel like you're on Earth One,
Yeah.
through virtual reality, which is just crazy to like think of where we're moving forward in the future. I think that's what gets me so excited about it. It's just it is this futuristic, world that we're moving in, and
Mhm.
we're literally like the founders of this. Like we're the, so our children, our grandchildren are going to be
Yeah.
completely immersed in that.
It's
So
really
yeah, it's very exciting. Very
It's so
exciting.
exciting. I really do hope it gets to that point. Like, fingers crossed, because that would be really cool. And also the fact that apart from it being like Earth, but virtual in like a virtual land, it just opens more opportunities because there's stuff that you can't do in real life, right? That you can probably do in the game.
Yeah,
So
like flying.
yeah, exactly. So I'm excited to see how all that comes into play in the actual game.
Definitely. So for people who are maybe sitting on the fence, they've heard about Earth 2, but not sure if they should join. What would you say, like, why should they join?
Why should they join? Well, to be fair, if they're on the fence, I would tell them to go with their gut instinct because when it comes to money and people investing in stuff, I never want to be pushy and be like, oh, do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's their money. At the end of the day, it's their money that they might lose or gain on, right? So
Right.
it's their money. They should do what they want. But the reason I would say for me, it's a good idea is because once again, it's new. So you're an early adopter. So if it does what it's supposed to do, which is become successful, you are going to gain a lot, like monetarily, like just in general, as an investment, you're going to get a lot of return in your investment. But apart from that, it's just a fun thing. It's just like we were talking about, like the virtual reality of it is a cool thing. And I feel like if you are one of those people that are forward thinking and are excited for the future and the new technologies that are going to make things possible,
Yeah.
it's a really fun thing to get into. So I would say they should get into it for the fun of it and also for the potential returns on investment that they can get. And for the community, the Earth 2 community, at least the ones I've been part of, like on Discord or wherever, they're
Yeah.
really positive people.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're really great. Like you might get some people here and there, but in general, it's a like positive environment.
Yeah.
So even for a sense of community, it could be nice to like have some internet friends. So
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
So it's
I mean,
nice.
that's the way we're moving. I mean, God forbid
Yeah.
we have anything like COVID happen again. But like it's great to have the online community when you're
Yeah.
stuck at home.
I know it's the perfect timing, right? So I would say that it's a nice community to have. So for those three reasons, I would say it's a good idea to put, even if you want to be on the fence and maybe only put like $100 in or something,
Right.
just to be part. You can have your little land, your little section when the phase 2 or phase 3
Yeah.
start, and you can build and go in and see what other people build. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I like the answer. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, out of curiosity, I know there has been a lot of controversy about withdrawals. I know,
Mhm.
there's been ups and downs. They've come out with a new system, blah, blah, blah. Have you, and if I may ask you, you don't have to answer this, have you done a withdrawal or are you just sitting on your investments?
I have not done a withdrawal. I'm planning on just sitting on my investments. I am one of those people that always thinks what if, right?
Right.
And with investments, especially something like this that I feel has like this is just if it was from 1 to 100 of
Mhm.
like if 100 was this ending point, I feel like we're at 0.01. So it's just starting out. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to cash in so early. I want to see what it can do. And since I put in money, I'm okay with losing. If it goes bad, God forbid. If it goes bad, I'm fine with that, right? But if
No.
it doesn't, then I don't see what it can do. Kind of like I hate when people compare it because it's kind of it puts people in like a cynical place, but like even for Bitcoin, for example, right? When
Yeah.
you got it, like it started out at, I'm not even sure what it started out at, but it started out really cheap. And then imagine people that withdrew their money when it hit like $500. Like, ooh, it hit $500 and I only put $10 in. That's great. Like withdrawal. And
Yeah.
now it's at like what, 50 something thousand
Yeah,
dollars.
I know.
So I would hate to be those people that withdrew at $500. So that's why I just have that what if mentality. And for me, I'm willing to take the risk that it goes bad and hopefully get the reward of it going really well. So I'm holding it for as long as possible.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
I am right there with you. I have not done withdrawal. I am holding on to it. And I, for me at least, I can't give advice to other people, but I think
So
I'm
yeah.
like you. The what if I pull out and then it goes up? You
Yeah.
don't you don't want that to happen.
I do not want that to happen. Like I'm planning on riding it all the way to phase 3 and beyond. So yeah.
Yeah. Want to get into your mega city.
Yeah.
Tell us about your mega city, for people who have never heard of it. Where is it? What is it? What is it all about? I know you you co-founded it with Predict as well.
Yeah, so Omega, the mega city is called Omega, and it is in Port Sudan, and it's gonna be it's a great location because it could be if it comes into play like trading and stuff. It's a great place to trade from. Like it's connects to pretty much all the different continents, so
Yeah,
it'll be a great place to trade from. It's mineral rich, so it has a lot of minerals. And in terms of the actual city, like Omega, it's going to be an entertainment kind of district. So anything from games to shopping to live concerts, live shows, live sporting events. It's just going to be an entertainment hub. So anything you want that is entertainment, you will find there.
yeah.
And it was created by myself, Predict, and Legendary. And we
Legendary.
have big plans. Yeah. And
Wow.
we're really excited to get started on it and get into phase 2 and start building things. And so we even say like if you bought an Omega and you don't know what you want to put in there, contact us and we'll try to see if we can help out and think of ideas and
Love it.
brainstorm. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And for people who are not a part of it or who don't know about it, I will also link your Discord, your Omega Discord, in the description box below for
Mhm.
people so they can check that out.
Yeah.
And you did it with Predict as well, and she is the #1 person on the leaderboard.
Yeah, she is.
So are
She
you personally friends with her, or did you meet her online?
No, I'm personally friends with her. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people, people came in with different assets. I would say, either coming in with money or coming in with connections or friends or family or whatever. And I really, really strongly believe that mega cities and communities that were built together of like friends outside of the Earth 2 realm and then coming into Earth 2 and building something great, I think those are going to be really successful.
Yeah, because even myself, Predict, and Legendary, we all have business backgrounds. And
Mhm,
so I think, and Predict has been extremely successful with her business. So I
mhm.
feel like that is also going to help because we have different skills. Even apart from us all having business backgrounds, we have different skills. Like I'm a marketing specialist. So marketing is going to come into play for me. And even like video, I'm also into video production.
Yeah.
That can help her business knowledge. Like she has the most business knowledge out of all of us, so that can definitely help. And same thing with Legendary, he has great business knowledge and he's also great with advertise marketing. And so us working together with all our different skills coming together, I think it's going to be great
Yeah,
for
definitely. It's gonna all come together.
for Omega right now. I'm one of the founders, but for right now, because I am so swamped, it's mostly Legendary and Predict that are working together to continue growing it. And for right now, I had to like step back because I'm just so swamped. But definitely in phase 2 and phase 3, I'm gonna like help.
For people who are new, who don't know much about Earth 2, right now there's really not much to do for the mega cities,
Yeah,
besides buy tiles. So,
yeah,
I mean, you can prepare, you can plan, you can theorize, you can
yeah.
speculate, but ultimately, as it is right now, it's just kind of a standstill. So it's only a
Yeah,
matter of time of going to that next level.
exactly. Yeah.
Which the way it sounds and the way things are going, it's going to be years. It's going to be a process.
Gonna be soon. I'm excited to get started and get all our domain names and all that fun stuff going.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Looking forward to the EPLs.
Yes.
So, your Easter eggs, you found 4 of the 5, but you
Yep.
actually won 2. If I am I correct on this?
I won one.
You won
But
1. Oh, I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
yeah.
Okay,
I won one of them. It
very
was
exciting. So, have you received anything yet, or?
I have received the cash prize, the NFT.
Oh,
Yeah. The,
okay.
the
Congratulations.
thank you. And the NFT we're still waiting on. I know that's gonna take a while. So they already told us that was gonna take a while. So
Right, right,
we're still
right.
waiting on that. But that's what I'm really excited to get is the NFT. So I'm waiting to get my fingers on it. I was surprised I even found 4 because
Mhm,
when I was looking, I first of all, I wasn't getting because you know how the video premiered. I
mhm.
wasn't really getting what was supposed to happen. I was reading that at the end, and I was delayed in even looking for it because I was trying to figure out what. I think I was just caught up in the moment, so I was like, "Wow, what am I supposed to do?" But once I figured it out, I went through the video the first time. I didn't find anything, and then I went through like more frame by frame, and then I made a whole video about like my strategies I used. So the first time
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I watched it. I love the strategy. You saw how it like slowed down in certain points, and
yeah.
then you're like, I know it's somewhere in here.
hmm Yeah, so like it was like slowing down and then speeding up at certain points. And I was like, well, in the parts where it's speeding up, I feel like they'll put it there because less people are gonna notice it rather than the slower sections. So I really paid attention to like the parts where it was going really fast. And then also when I found one, I assumed that for a few frames, there's not gonna be a next one. So I just like skipped over a little bit. So it saved me a lot of time. So I was really surprised I found 4, but I was happy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, congratulations
thank you.
on that. I mean, this is historic. This is the first Easter egg hunt. This is
Mhm.
amazing. So, I think it's great. I think it's amazing that you are one of the winners.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see the NFT. I'm dying to know what it's going to look
Same. I'm
like.
so excited. I'm really into NFTs right now. Like trying to do all my research on NFTs. So I was like, oh, it's an NFT. Great. I'll take it.
Yeah, do you invest in NFTs or?
No, I haven't. I just got my, VV.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got my account and I think they're having a launch for a new NFT tomorrow actually. So I might watch out for that, but I've not gotten any NFTs yet. I'm still waiting.
Well, there's some great communities. I don't know if you're on Clubhouse, but there's some great communities on Clubhouse, and Facebook has a great NFT collectors community.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm on Clubhouse, but I don't really go on it and I don't really follow any NFT communities, but I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all my research on it because I'm interested. Yeah.
More things to learn about, right?
I know. So right now I feel like in the last year,
Yeah.
like so many new technological advancements are happening
Yeah.
so quickly and it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's really overwhelming.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
Well, the thing is, I think we're just moving into a whole new world. And this is
yeah.
just, I think COVID, like before COVID happened, we were moving in that world, but I think COVID just really pushed us into that. And we're moving into this virtual reality, augmented reality, digital art, cryptocurrencies,
Mhm.
all of it. And this is it. This is exciting because this is the new world.
The new world, I know. I'm here for it. I love it. I'm excited. So
Me too, me
yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
What are your tips and tricks for people who are just joining Earth 2? What are some
Mm.
things they should look out for?
Ooh, okay. I don't have much, but I'll tell you what I did. So in terms of land, because that's the main thing I was doing, right? Like buying land. So for land buying strategies, the first thing I did is, first of all, I didn't make weird, unless it's like you're trying to build some kind of art on like tile art.
Right.
I make sure when I'm buying land, I buy like more square or rectangular pieces. I don't get weird pieces that are shaped weird, just because once it's actually time to build on it, it's going to be so annoying to do that. So
Yeah.
I like pieces that are square around. That's the first thing I do. I also think about, just in the real world, what I like. I like nice views. So I went for places that had nice scenery. So even if I was getting a beach, like a place on the beach, I'll make sure that I get the most view out of the beach. So I might not get a corner that has a rock right beside me and I can't see the other side. I'll like get, like just little things like that. If I get a mountaintop, I might make sure that the area my land is facing is like the nicest view, versus if it's behind, it might not be such a nice view. Just certain places like that. And then I also obviously get tourist areas. So places that are touristy, because even if Earth 2 is starting from scratch and there's nothing there, people are still going to be curious about what is around there. And even if at this point you can't really get any tourist spots anymore, they're all taken up.
Yeah.
Try to get as close to them as possible, because they're kind of mega cities in a way, because everyone has the same idea. So it's so packed with tiles that no matter what, you're still going to benefit from having that many people around you.
Yeah.
And you have more chances. The more people you have around you, the more chances you have of people that are actually serious about building nice stuff in the game. Because a lot of people might just be in it for the money and then they just sell once it's high enough.
Yeah.
But some people are actually in it for the long run and to like build. So you want to be as close to those kind of people as much as possible. So the more tiles sold, the better it is to buy in that area. And then I also bought places, like obviously I bought like mines and stuff. I'm not really sure. That's one part of the game I'm not really sure about still, is like how much the resources are going to come into play and if it's worth buying on a mine or something. But I did buy those areas. So that's another thing I did. And yeah, those are the main things I did. And then also, and I also bought a lot of intersections. So this like random intersections in busy cities, just in case I want to put like ads there.
Yeah.
Really busy intersections. So I did a lot of that as well.
Wow, love that. I think those are really, really great tips. Yeah, to go back, each tile for Americans is 1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
So if you think of it, if you want to build something, I think your idea of, having the weird shapes or whatever doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 square feet. So you want to be able to expand.
Yeah.
Love the idea of views of, you want to, and it helps with a 3D map now. So you can kind of see, the peaks and the valleys, and ads. Absolutely. And then resources. I think they said gold, definitely. Oil, definitely. And I think in general, all resources are going to be valuable. Great. I'm with you on that. I don't really know how it's going to work as far as like, you dig for resources. So I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. So I bought them all before those resources were bought, before they even said anything about resources. I just assumed might come into play. So I bought them. So we'll see what happens. I have a good amount of mines and oils and sand and everything. So we'll see what happens with that.
Love that. Love that. So outside of your mega city, what is your favorite property that you own on Earth 2?
Ooh.
That you will like absolutely like never sell, and that's like your special.
Let me go see.
Ooh, I love it. Yes.
Let me go see this. That's a really good question.
Putting you on the spot. You don't have to answer as well.
Oh, so. Yeah. But now I'm curious. I have a few. Let me see. So, well, first of all, I'm Nigerian. So I went and I bought a lot of places in Nigeria, like just a lot of places that I know are good spots in Nigeria. So I'm really into those spots. That's not necessarily a certain one, but just that area in general, I'm really into. The funny thing about it too is all the places I got, I didn't really get any like landmark that's like, this is it, like Machu Picchu or anything like that. But
The Eiffel Tower.
yeah, the Eiffel Tower. No, I didn't get any of those. I tried though during the UAE. When the UAE came out, I tried to get Ferrari World. It didn't happen, but I tried.
I think
But
everybody was going for Ferrari World.
yeah, I did it to myself. I played myself with that one. But one of my favorite ones is I can't find it right now, but I have a place in South Korea, like in Seoul, South Korea.
Okay.
And I like that one a lot. I got it, and it's one of my favorite areas because South Korea has been like the number one place I always wanted to visit. Like between South Korea and Seoul, South Korea specifically, and Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah.
So I have some land in those two areas, and those are probably like one of my favorite areas. And it's not because of the area per se that I bought it, but just the fact that I bought places there because it's always been a dream to go to those countries and those cities. So yeah.
Well, you should definitely go. I actually lived in Korea for a year.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was a teacher there. So
I did that too.
it's amazing. It's yeah, you have to go. You have to go.
Okay, I need to go. Yeah, I heard it's great, so I definitely want to go there, and Tokyo, Japan. Those are my top two places on a visit.
Yeah.
Really, that's cool. Yeah, maybe after coronavirus, when the world opens back up, I'll book a trip.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna ask you a question. Love it, hate it. What is something that you absolutely love about Earth 2, and what's something that you hate about Earth 2 that you can see them improving on?
Something that I love about Earth 2 is, once again, the community. I feel like the one I find an internet community that is positive, it's very shocking to me, just because the I can never say this word, anonymity of
Anonymity.
yeah, anonymity of the internet, and just makes people like, brings out the worst in people sometimes. So when I find a good internet community, I'm like, I'm like really surprised. So it's great that, and I know we're not as anonymous, but still, it's still nice that people are really nice. So I love the community, and I love the potential growth that can, like, what I feel Earth 2 become in my mind. I love that idea. So even if it's not necessarily applied to Earth 2 yet, what it could be is also very exciting for me. So those are my two favorite aspects of it.
Yeah.
Something that can improve on is probably communication. The same thing everybody else says. Like if you message them, they might not respond to you, and you can message them 10,000 times and they still won't respond. And that's probably just a result of them having a small team and having such a big community. So a lot of people are messaging them. So that's something they can improve on. I'm pretty sure they will. Like once they become bigger and they start hiring more people, that can probably improve. So
yeah. I mean, they were so small and they expanded. I think they have like over 600,000, Earth 2 people now.
Yeah.
And they are a very, very small team. And I know people get very, very frustrated. I keep telling people, be patient. It will get to you. It's a lot. And I've started several of my own companies, and I know how it is when you start a company. It's like your baby, and you don't trust anybody with your baby.
Yes.
But I think this is something, as they grow and develop, that they're going to have to start like delegating and bringing in other people to do that. And you see that now they're bringing in other companies. It's only a matter of time that they'll get better at it.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know a lot of people are frustrated, and I understand the frustration. That's really frustrating. For me, it's probably less frustrating because I've not had too much things I've had to contact them on, but I've heard people that had to contact them on certain things and they never get answers. So that can be very frustrating. So hopefully that is figured out soon and they can get on with it.
Definitely. So my last question for you, what is your 5-year prediction? Where do you see Earth 2 in 5 years?
In 5 years, I am hoping Earth 2 is in, I guess, phase 3. I'm not sure what phases they have after that, but whatever phase allows us to go into the game in the virtual reality, like we're using the virtual reality headsets or whatever, and see different buildings and just be actually in the game and just improving the game at that point and introducing new aspects to the game. Hopefully it allows for user generated content, hopefully, because I remember they were talking about that, and I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it only makes sense to have user generated content. So allow that to be a thing too. I would love it to be open more to the public and to be more mainstream. It's still starting out, and The way I see it, it has so much potential because
Mhm,
it's almost like social media, but in virtual reality.
mhm.
Like, think about how big
Yeah.
social media is right now, how obsessed with people, obsessed with social media people are, and
Oh,
how much. So now imagine in virtual reality, we can actually go around, do things, see different people, talk to different people, and build things. That is crazy. So
no.
if it does what it's supposed to do in 5 years, I can see it being huge.
Mhm.
There's always risk for competition, right? So someone that is more a company that's more cemented in our everyday life, like Google or Facebook, can come in, and I know Facebook already has something like that, but there's always room for competition. So that is scary, but it could be nice too because it might make Earth to even pick up more and do better. So
Right.
I can see it hopefully being a fully realized virtual game that you can go inside, build, socialize with people. I can see or to partnering up with different brands or maybe even different artists to have like concerts in there or to have
Oh,
virtual fashion shows or virtual sports
yes,
that you can go
yes.
watch. Yeah, and integrating with the real world and just yeah, that would be really cool. Like having ads, so maybe if you're at the Staples Center, you can put on your virtual reality headset and see what is in Earth 2 in that space and just
Yeah.
that would be really cool. So
Yeah, I love this. Good. I like your 5-year forecast.
I like it too. I hope it's real. I hope it comes true.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on my channel. It is such an honor.
Mhm.
Guys, definitely check her out. Link all of your information below. Check out her mega city. It definitely agree with you. It is in a prime location. You're
Yeah.
connected to all the continents, the seas, import, export. It is really a good location. Check it out. And again, thank you so much.
This was fun. Thank you for having me. It was
Good.
actually fun. I was really nervous, but I was like getting into it. It's really fun. And it's nice to virtually meet you in person and finally like see your face and talk to you. So it's nice.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Good. Yes. Well, you have a great day and
You too.
we'll talk soon.
Talk soon.